Hey Taurus, it's Leonie Nicole Black, and this is your tarot reading for October. Yes, I'm in my dressing gown. It is late, it's after midnight. I've done a few readings, and yours is the third in a row. Getting them out. I know it's late in the month, and I'm going to talk to you a bit about why that is and what my thoughts are around it. But I just want to start off by saying thank you so much to those of you who are subscribing to my channel. Loving seeing that number go up. Those of you who are liking and sharing, and especially those of you who are reaching out to me for personal readings. That really supports me, my work, my energy, and I also just love connecting with you and giving you the support and the insight that you need. So that's dope. If you would like a personal reading, then you can get that from me at nicoleblack.com/services. You can book it directly from my website. Remember, this is a general reading, so it will speak to the high level messages, tuning into your archetype, what's going on with you energetically. It may not get down to the very nitty gritty detail of what's happening with you on a daily day-to-life basis. So Taurus, where are we? I think October 23rd. The month is nearly done. We've just entered Scorpio season, although I've been feeling Scorpio energy for all of the Libra month. So that's pretty interesting. It's my intention as a Virgo to get these readings out in the first 2 weeks, and it just has not happened that way. Not this month, not last month. And it is in part, I guess, because I am doing other things. I'm doing a PhD, I'm working alongside doing this. I'm also prioritizing the personal readings. So people who are paying to have readings, I definitely make sure that they get scheduled before the service that I offer in terms of doing my YouTube reads. But it's also just about where I'm at emotionally and energetically and how I'm applying my life lessons and what I'm going through. And so I was really thinking also that in terms of the timing of the videos that I'm putting out, they aren't discrete or set to the 1st of October to the 31st. Energy doesn't work like that. It doesn't have this very boxed in cutoff date. Time, as we understand it, is very arbitrary. It's what we have created as a means for controlling our own labor and our interactions with each other and organizing our lives. So I say this is the October reading because it's useful for you to know when to check in with me and for me to know when it's time to put this energy out to you. But this energy will ebb and flow between the months. It could run 2 weeks in. It could have started, 2 weeks prior than I'm doing this. It's just about where you are in your life cycle. So Taurus, if I do it at the beginning, if I do it at the middle, if I do it at the end of the month, don't sweat when it's coming. Just know that the message that comes and the time when it's come has had its opportunity to work its way through me, for me to really fully understand it and to connect with that energy and to give it to you. So I'm in my dressing gown. Like I said, it's late. It's kind of cold now, so I'm liking this cozy feeling, and I thought about ditching it for the sake of this recording. But there's something about the Taurus energy that just feels like home comforts to me, that just likes that cozy, indulgent feel. So I thought, if any of the signs are going to be able to be down with me in my dressing gown, it's going to be you guys. And I don't know, I think these polka dots are kind of cute anyway, so hopefully you'll appreciate the rest of me put together. So let's get into your intuitive reading for the month. I want to know what's up with you, Taurus. Where are you at? What are you thinking about? Where's your heart space? Okay, Taurus, starting with the overall energies for the month. What are you experiencing? What are you going through? What's shaping your life at the moment? Just on the horizon. Okay. These are your cards, Taurus. Letting go. New vision and change. This is a really beautiful card, this letting go and new vision and change. Moment to moment, isolation. Okay, a lot going on with you. We've got a lot of cards. Moving my crystals and stones out of the way. Traveling and the Lovers. That's a whole lot of energy for you guys. I'm not pulling another overall card. I think that's everything we need to know. Okay. A lot for me to take in and process. Praying for blessings in this space, increasing my intuition and clarity of messages. What's in Taurus's heart space? What are you wanting, Taurus? The Empress in reverse. What are you thinking about? What's in your heart? What are you meditating on, focusing on, striving towards? Okay. There's some duality going there. What else, Taurus? What's happening in your heart space? Okay. Okay. Maybe one more. Just to deepen this message. Just bring depth to this story. What's going on with the Taurus archetype? There we go. The moon in reverse. Some secrets, Taurus. What are the obstacles for the Taurus archetype? The Emperor in reverse and Temperance. A little more. What obstacles is Taurus? You've got two energies. Okay, here we go. Two cards that relate to kind of balance of energies. You've got the Victory card in reverse, the Wounded Warrior, and the Soulmate card. Okay. Taurus, what's the advice for you? How can you best use the energies right now? Queen of Swords is your first card. What else is happening? Okay. The Hanged Man. Intuition, High Priestess in reverse. Just a little more. Can we deepen this message for Taurus? For your advice space? What should Taurus be doing this month? Okay. Interesting. And outcome card for Taurus for this energy. Where is this energy headed? Wow. Let's deepen this message. Let's just broaden this story, get a little more clarification. Definitely this card. Positive, Knight of Wands. One more maybe. There's an outcome for Taurus. Where is this energy headed? Taurus energy for the month. Okay. I like it. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. I did just notice that, so I'm going to show it to you. Okay, Taurus, you're reading. This is interesting. What's happened is I've doubled up a lot of the cards in terms of the messages have been grouped or are echoing each other. There are some parts that are for different types of Taurus or different groups of you, which hasn't happened in the other readings I've done this today anyway. So obviously I feel like this message needs to get out to as many Tauruses as possible. So bear with me as I kind of run through the different scenarios and what's playing out in this reading. So starting out, these are general messages. I feel like they apply to all of you. The first couple of cards in terms of your overall energy, letting go, really beautiful card, and isolation. Taurus here, I feel like there is some emotional release that's required of you right now to just let things drip down, literally like how it's coming down off of this leaf, because I see you as this plant. I see you as having new growth. I see you as having vitality, being able to give and to offer and just to be in a new space, but you need to release some of this murky water energy down here. So there's still some emotions that you're processing right now, and I think it's even a thawing out that needs to happen in order to let this drip. It's almost as though this was like frozen and there's some warmth that's come to it, and now that water energy is running, because here isolation is about you trying to trap your emotional self. If I let you see this card a little more closely, you see this person, like the only part of them that's able to move is the tears that they're crying. The rest of them is frozen in place. So these cards are suggesting, Taurus, that you need to shake up some of that very resolute earth energy and let your emotions flow right now. There is healing in allowing movement in an emotional space. It's important because change and new vision, two beautiful cards for you, and overall energy. There is an opportunity for you here to move into a new season, move in towards new opportunities, and especially to move towards the things that you want to create, your personal visions for your life. But what you don't want to do is carry over this energy into your next phase, because it will stunt some of your growth, or just be, rather than new vision, it will be repeated nightmare of some kind. With all the changes and the new energy coming through though, Taurus, I think this is supported by the moon card that comes later, but I don't think you are able to see very far right now. You haven't been given the answers, you haven't been given the clues about what's coming. So first card for you, moment to moment. This is a card about you really just being present to whatever is in front of you right now, whatever requirements are on your table, on your plate at the moment. Just a day at a time, an hour at a time if necessary, just what is in front of your nose that you need to focus on, because you haven't been given the long-term projection. And it's as though, yes, this is the traveling card. You are on a path, you are on a journey. You can't even see in this card that there is actually, I doubt you can see it, there's a lone figure in here, but there's such a journey to go on. And it's as though you cannot, if you focus on this, you'll get lost. So it's about focusing on this aspect of the journey, the day-to-day, because it makes up this path that you're on. And what are you going towards? What's the path towards, Taurus? The Lovers. For some of you, this is like a deep love, soulmate connection, heart-based, everything that your wishes and dreams are. For others, this is about going to a deeper level of commitment in the relationships that you're already in, finding more balance, finding more love, finding more harmony. And for others of you, it's about really following your heart, your dreams, your passions, the projects you want to do, the life that you really want to create, the things that you want to put out into the world. So whichever of those it is, this is what you're going towards right now. It's what's next for you. It's a guiding energy, I feel like. This is guiding you this month, and that's why you've just got to be in this very trusting space. Just follow the steps, follow whatever sign is next, you know, kind of like a GPS or sat nav, where it's like, okay, now turn left, okay, now go straight. That's what you've got to do at the moment. You can't memorize the whole journey. So in terms of what's in your heart and what you're looking for, first card for you is the Empress in reverse, Taurus. Kind of feel like the Empress in this look. I feel like you're not, you know, you have the potential to be highly creative and nurturing, and to create this very flourishing, abundant environment, and to bring people into that, and to be that very feminine, receptive energy. But in reverse, it's as though this is blocked, or you're going through things that makes you feel some kind of, I get scarcity energy later on in the reading, but it's definitely connected to this. You're not feeling like your best self. You're having some mental conflict, some duality, some blocks on an inner level. In reverse, this card is like mentally conflicted between two places, head versus heart energy as well, duality, as I said, and it's on an inner level. I see you, Taurus, feeling a little exhausted by the responsibilities and the burdens of what you've been carrying on an emotional, physical, kind of spiritual, creative, willful energy. It's like you're weighed down and you're in a space in your heart where you're like, I don't want to do this energy anymore. You want to gain some momentum. You want to really charge forward and just get to the next stage. You don't like the difficult energy that is the swirl of this change card. You want to charge through it. So the other card that comes up in terms of your heart space and what you're wanting is the Moon card, and it is about, there was two things that this is about. For some of you, it is keeping secrets. Some of you are being, I wouldn't say dishonest, but there are thoughts and feelings and plans that you're having that you're not sharing with people, and you're in a very inward space. We're headed into Scorpio season, and Scorpio is most certainly the shadow side and the secret keeper. So you're holding on to things, but for others of you, it's about not secrets being kept from you, or that there are things you just cannot see. This is hidden. The moon represents the shadow, the hidden, what's unseen. And I feel like in terms of this journey you're on, there's a lot that you can't see right now, and in your heart space. And I think you know that. I think that you have this sense of lack of foresight, or that you can't really see the next step, and you want a little clearer view. So Taurus, what's happening in terms of your obstacles? Well, I'm sure this card came up for you last month. Six of Pentacles. It may have been in reverse though. This is a card about imbalance. It's a card about has one person being charitable, giving, and the other person receiving because they're in a lesser position. Interestingly, I feel like last month it was more in reverse for you, and you were feeling like you didn't like being on the receiving end of help. This month in the upright, I feel like you're feeling like you have a lot of dependence actually. People who are kind of relying on you. Well, these are two different messages actually. This is a section of the reading where the obstacles are different for two different groups of Tauruses. So for the first group of you, their obstacles relate to who's relying on you right now, who's relying on your finances, who you're having to give to, who you're giving your energy to, what you're putting your effort into. I want to pull a clarifier too, because you've got the Emperor in reverse, but I just want to get a deeper understanding of what does this Emperor represent for Taurus, or this first group of Tauruses. Second group, hold tight. Okay. The cards that come up for you in terms of the Emperor in reverse is Ten of Pentacles, connection. We got the Wild card and the Ten of Cups, harmony. Okay, this feels like an energy of structure and of stability, foundation. Yeah, interesting. It's a 4 card. This is about a very firm foundation, having things the way that you want, and you guys actually feeling like this Emperor. I think Taurus wants to feel like this. I mean, Taurus really wants to feel like I am on my throne, I've got what I need, people can come to me, and you know, I'm the boss of my situation. You know, I feel that's your energy, but in reverse is an obstacle. I think you're not feeling that, and so you're feeling like these things that you want, both you've got the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles here, with these deep heart connections and these partnerships and this kind of stability in your inner life within yourself, but also as manifested in your world is not there. It's like there's imbalance. There's an imbalance in terms of dependency. Either you're dependent on someone or someone's very dependent on you. And then the Temperance card, there's a lack of resonance and harmony within yourself, masculine and feminine energy. Things are really out of balance for you. For some of you. For others, the message is very different. For others, there is a block. The Victory card in reverse. There is some lack of movement, lack of success, failure even. And it is related to your wounds. Okay, it's the wounded warrior, but in reverse. I feel like it's going on a subconscious level. You might not even be actively thinking about it, but the stuff that's hurt you, the stuff you're holding on to, the stuff that you're looking over your shoulder with is blocking this. It's like it's causing a disruption, an end, and a failure of some kind, and it's related to a really important love connection. It could also be friendship actually, but just someone who's very close and a very heart-based soulmate kind of energy that you feel deep resonance and synergy with. What's an obstacle right now is that this is not panning out. You know, this is not happening. There is a lack of success related to your wounds and opening yourself up to this. So two different groups having two different types of obstacles. What's your advice, Taurus, based on that? Well, I feel like I have 3 sets of advice, so take what resonates with you. Some of you need to take a much more logical approach, and it requires you to go back to this situation and look at it from someone else's perspective, from the other side, you know, turn things on the table. I feel like that might be for those of you who are in this space, who are feeling some wounds that are blocking a kind of soulmate connection at the moment. I think you need to go back and really look at the situation and see it from what it is. This is the logic card. You know, this is someone who thinks very clearly, who can be very decisive, who's discriminating. So with this air sign energy, I think you really need to see that this person is not the cause of this energy, and that you shouldn't be projecting this at them, and that actually there is potential for success here, but you are blocking it. For others, some of you are in like a highly intuitive space. You are using this kind of secrets and unknown in order to say like, well, I need to check in with my intuition, I need to sense what's happening, I need to connect, I need to be in an emotional space. But the cards are suggesting that you don't. It's as though you already know the information that you know, and it's time to move forward based on the information that you have. High Priestess in reverse, High Priestess in reverse. It isn't a time to be trying to tap any deeper in an emotional sense. Now is the time to make the logical choice and move forward. That is likely to do with those of you who have this obstacle in terms of like the imbalances in your life. Take a logical approach. Do you know what I mean? Now move forward and go towards the things that bring harmony. This is 6. It's an even number. You can create balance from this. For others of you, you're kind of waiting. You know, you've not moved on. You're not moving along on this journey that you've been called on to. You're waiting for this change and new vision energy without realizing that actually you can't. This is someone who's looking out into the horizon for something to come to them. You can't see it because you're with all this clouded emotional energy. So rather than standing here and waiting and looking out, the advice for you is make a choice. Choose what you want, because once you get really clear about what one of these cups you want to go for, this haze will clear up, you know. So it isn't about you waiting around right now. For some of you, it relates to this. It relates to you needing to make a choice about this very important love connection. For others of you, it's making a choice about this energy. You know, the lack of structure, the lack of foundation that you're feeling, the imbalances. Some of you are waiting for things to come to you in order to have that balance, but it's saying no, actually. Make a choice about what this balance needs and what you bring to the table to bring that balance back. So what's your outcome cards then, Taurus? Very interesting. Very challenging energy, the Tower, as an outcome for you. I feel like, I don't know, Taurus, I feel like there is an energy of like forcing you in some kind of way, like this Tower is going to come beyond your control. It is not an easy energy to weather. It is a very quick and unexpected, dramatic things happening, and I don't say this to frighten you in any way. This isn't a fear-based reading, but I feel like it's to help you along the path. It is, for some of you, I feel like, okay, for all the advices, this is why you need this card as an outcome, because for some of you, those of you who need to look at the situation differently, some stuff's going to happen really rapidly, quickly, that's going to kind of bring new information to you. That's it. Sometimes this can be just a card about getting new insight very quickly that's going to make you go, oh, I need to rethink this. I need to look at the situation a bit differently. For others of you who've been hanging around in this kind of, I'm going to tap in and be super spiritual about my decisions, this is going to happen. You're going to go, oh wait, I can't stay here, I got to move. You know, it's going to force this move from you if you don't make this choice now. For others, whilst you're standing here waiting and looking, this Tower is going to come and it's going to create this haze, and it's going to make you go, what do you really want? Because you can't have it all. It's like these cups are going to be falling through the sky and you can only catch one. So this energy is about pushing you towards the next stage, but it's good stuff, because once this energy clears, once the Tower clears, you have the Queen of Cups. You're going to be feeling more in touch with yourself emotionally. You're going to be shifting into that loving energy. What did I say was what you were moving towards in the energy that's guiding you? The Lovers. This is how you show up in this partnership, in this union with whoever it is, whether it's business or family life or, you know, heart-based love. This is like you. This is the opportunity for you to feel very emotionally satisfied, Taurus. That's there for you. And then I pulled some like deeper cards. I feel like the Tower card is forcing you out of this duality and indecision, okay? It's saying, here you go. When this Tower clears and you're in your heart space, you're going to have a choice about what comes next. Either you can go towards the things you really want, and you can go in pursuit of this love in whatever facet or way it expresses in your life. Or you can stay, you know, with your sword up, feeling defensive and, you know, ready to cut at anything that comes your way and just not really moving. You know, that's the energy that you can continue to be in, or that you can perpetuate in your life through just focusing on what's not working, for an unwillingness to address this emotional space. You know, that can happen for you, Taurus, but it's completely and utterly up to you. By the end of this kind of energy, this month and the weeks following, you will have a choice. Okay, this stuff will come up, and then you'll be here and you'll be like, okay, I can either go or I can stay. So Taurus, that's your reading. I hope it resonated with you, and I know that there are different messages for different people, so hopefully you were able to follow and catch what was there for you. Thank you for letting me do this all snuggly, and I am going to go hit the sack. I'm very tired, but I hope that the energy eases up for you and that you really do allow yourself to go into that beautiful emotional space. Taurus, you're great, you're fab, and until next month, if you like a personal reading, you can hit me up at nicoleblack.com/services, and other than that, I'll see you in November.